Have you ever wondered where Creatures of Sonaria started? Well, you don't have to wonder anymore, because I shall send you to the portal. Time machine portal. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what Creatures of Sonaria looked like when it first came out. It was a game called Dragonaria, and believe it or not, the first creature to ever be made in Creatures of Sonaria was actually the Sochuri and the Jeff, I believe. Because whenever you join this game, you have the option between this beautiful old Sochuri or the Jeff. And obviously, at first sight, people thought this was just a dragon adventures where you can play as the dragon. This Dragonaria game came out in 2019, and that is actually the beginning of Creatures of Sonaria. That is when they went like, oh, this game has potential. I mean, there's no UI or anything, but now you can play as a creature. What if we just expand on this? And that is when... Wait, let me send you to another portal. Creatures of Agartha. Now, I think this is the same as Dragonaria, they just renamed it, but Creatures of Agartha was the real start of Creatures of Sonaria. Dragonaria was just a little testing place, but now, this is the real deal. You can get the creatures, there's I don't know, stuff. The Ikoran is now the new mascot of the game, there's some menu. This menu actually stayed for like 2 years, I think. Here are the true OGs of Creatures of Agartha, or Sonaria. You actually have Jeff, Sochuri, Reviaton, Chame, and those were like actually the first creatures. Now at this point the game was actually good when it actually really started. This is in beta, by the way, and as you guys can see, there's UI and it's insane. At this time, this game actually had like the best UI in Roblox. Like, look at this. This is crazy, by the way, for like 2020. But as you guys can see, it's a little bit similar to Legacy actually with the UI and stuff. When Creatures of Agartha began in like 2020, there was actually no like damage indicators and whatever, and I believe those were NPC goats, so you can like test the attacking and whatever. At this point, I believe no one could actually play the game, only like qualified testers and whatever. You had to apply to play the game, and it was pretty hard. And only the OGs know about these descriptions. Most of the creatures had like this description: the bad Daikoran is an awful early game carnivore that specializes in literally nothing. That was like the OG description for every creature at the very beginning in Agartha. But in 2020, I think is when they finalized like the movements. Like, as you guys can see, the way the movements were working in 2020 is the same as now in 2024. So, oh, and one more thing, Jeff could actually fly, and it was just a Roblox avatar, so it wasn't a model. I'm pretty disappointed in you, Creatures of Agartha. But now I think we shall send you to a portal to 2021. January 2021, the release of the Boreal Warden and the Kendall remodel, I think. Now, by 2021, the game has been fully released to everybody. We had the abilities now, and we have even the Warden's Rage, and there's some new UI additions and whatever, and you can roar now and everything. 2021 is when a lot of the iconic creatures came out, like the Lussa Dark, the Boreal Warden, the Ares. And yeah, and then you could deal injuries now and bone break and a lot of cool stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, 2022. Now the UI here was pretty much all the same, but things like packs came out, and 2021, 2022 was the time where I think the Oasis was popular now, and it still is until now, which is crazy. But at this point, we had some pretty cool and fun events that were going on in 2022. We still had the old damage indicators, which didn't look the best, but 2022 was where we had the best Halloween event ever, where we got the Sol run, and it was the time we got the Gara Warden. And I think this is near where they added the mini-map with the titles and the camera mode. So yeah, that was pretty big for the game. Ladies and gentlemen, 2023, the biggest year for Creatures of Sonaria, and if you don't recognize this trailer, you missed out. But this year is where the game got the huge upgrades. In the update we call the Recode, we got many new features, jumping features, everything. We got a bunch of shrines. We got artifact creatures even. The Recode truly could have been the best update of Creatures of Sonaria, with all the new features, diving, everything. The game just became so much smoother, and the map was so much more beautiful now. And I honestly don't know where Creatures of Sonaria would be now if we didn't get that Recode update, because it was honestly the best thing ever. I think this is where we got the new damage indicators as well, and a bunch of new abilities. And I think it's where we got the epic natural disasters like the tornadoes. I don't know if we got any others, but the tornado was pretty big. It's very annoying in my other videos if you guys saw them. But as you guys can obviously tell, 2023 was the time where they really worked on that lore with all the wardens, the shrines, the everything. But yeah, it released on September 2022. Wait, no, I'm sorry. I mean September 2023, 2022. September 2020. Oh my god. September 22, 2023. 2024, the year where we got. I mean, it's still like the third month of the year since the upload of this video. But this is the year where we got so far so many cool creatures and some new abilities like the hunker and whatever. There hasn't been some huge changes to the game, but there has been a lot of artifact creatures. Like all the artifact creatures, most of them, they came in 2024. So we wouldn't be anywhere in the artifacts without 2024. They added things like the heal breath and some cool stuff, and also eggs. So far they added Jerry's eggs and Milo's eggs for the egg hunt on Roblox Creatures of Sonaria. I'm actually just gonna join the game itself because I just remembered that it is 2024. In 2024 we got a bunch of palettes, and as you can see, this is the best the game has been. I mean, obviously. We also got so many plant creatures this year. I don't know why. I don't know what's with all the plant creatures, but we got like 10 of them in 2024. If you guys want the quickest update videos, like showcasing the new creatures and whatever, just subscribe because I do them. So far in 2024, they're working very hard on updates like the events, like the spring event. The Christmas event was really big for this game. And yeah, I hope it continues like that for the rest of the year. So I shall make another evolution video in 50 years. So you guys now know how this game has transformed since Dragonaria in 2019. Subscribe for more.